Hello and welcome to twitch.tv/LotraStream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/Lotro. I am Lotro's community manager, Cordovan, and we are getting ready for day 3 of the Harnkegger games here on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We're going to have a swim. We're going to have some other pretty fun stuff happening here as well. Let me start by introducing someone from the Harnkegger games. Ponzo is with us. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks.
All right, so heading into day 3 of the Harnkegger games, where are the standings?
Well, good question. The elves are still in the lead. I haven't got the numbers with me right now. I think I'm going to have to find those for you.
Yeah, I can actually look that up on. It was announced on Twitter here, so let me go and call that up.
Yeah, but the hobbits are gaining ground. We're just 1 point in first place.
Cool. And tell me a little bit about this upcoming swim that we've got going on.
Yeah, the swim is an interesting one. As a hobbit, it's not very interesting for hobbits because we tend to avoid water wherever we can. But the idea is that you swim from Brandywine Bridge to the ferry, in fact, and we come off on the Marish side of the river. You have to jump in the bridge, which takes a bit of courage. And once in the water, you have to swim. There's no jumping allowed in the water. And of course, no buffs or anything like that. And you have to stay away from the banks. Anybody caught running on the bank will be disqualified.
All right, and this is there's 2 swimming events that take place, and this will be the longer one, and then there's a shorter one that'll happen later on this week as well.
Yeah, there's a swim sprint, which is a much shorter run as well. We had a few problems with water levels. I think it must be to do with the hot weather we've been having recently. So we're going to have to check that the short swim isn't going to be affected by that. But the long swim, problems.
I think I have to have a conversation with one of our developers. Our typical fishing spot had to be moved here at the last minute due to the environmental changes that we've done in recent updates to the Shire and such. So, but
yeah, you just lost us one of my. So it's very sad. I went there this morning and there was just mud. There's no water and slugs. So yeah, we've had to move the fishing competition.
Sauron's environmental impact.
No, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Be sharky behind. Yeah, it could be.
All right, so looking at the Harnkegger Games on Twitter, which, by the way, is at Harnkegger Games, the Race of Elves are in first place at the end of Day 2 with 8 points, Race of Hobbits with 7 points, Race of Dwarves with 6 points, and the Race of Men with 3 points. Quick reminder, the Elves does include High Elves, and the Race of Men also includes the Bjornings. So,
congratulations breaking the duck for getting into the race. Well done, men. Going.
For sure. All right, so then also later on today we do have the fishing tournament that we were talking a little bit about, and we can kind of go into the rules a little bit, I guess, on that later. But this is your basic fishing competition, right? So
yeah, I've been running fishing competition about 6 years. We've got it off pretty well now. It's a very easy game to manage, actually, in comparison to some of the other ones. Very lucky because Simbo of the Grand Order of the Lost Matham developed a nice plug-in for us which counts the number of fish that people catch, and it makes life a lot easier for me. So nobody needs to keep the fish, we just count them as they're caught. The fishing match is 15 minutes long, and we can announce the winners more or less straight away. There are two judges, two fishing groups, and the only difficulty is if we have a tie break, in which case we will count the number of weeds people have caught, and the person with the least weeds wins the tie break.
Nice. All right, so any kind of shout outs on that we wanted to do before I let you go, because we're just a few minutes away here from the start of our first event?
Just good luck hobbits, especially in the fishing. They've had a lot of practice, so we should wipe the board this year, I think.
I actually do have one quick question. So someone might be watching this on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube and being, hey, can I actually do this? Can I log into Laurelin and take part? Some of this they can actually, right?
Some of this, so I missed that.
Oh, some of this they can actually just take part. You don't need to pre-register,
Absolutely.
for example.
No, just turn. We've got 44. So you do need to talk to one of us when we announce it. There'll be a grab for places. The swim is completely open. Anybody can take part. Yeah, just turn up and join in.
All right, and as you can see, we are on the Brandywine Bridge here. So, all right, thank you very much, Ponzo. I really appreciate you being here. Good luck to all the organizers. You guys and gals do an excellent job, and it's always fun to see all the hard work pay off to what so far has really been a smoothly run event here. So, thanks again for all that.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
All right, so I will probably turn my camera on here in a little bit. If you recall, my computer actually crashed late yesterday, and I have to reset up my green screen and all that sort of thing. But I'm working on that. And in the meantime, not like it really matters what my face looks like. But I am Cordovan. I'm the community manager for Standing Stone Games, and I am the camera person here for the Harnkegger stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am using admin commands, an admin character, and a detached admin camera that allows me to do some things that you would not normally be able to see for the Harnkegger games. But it's one of the reasons I do this, because it's pretty cool to be able to play around as it were in a live environment and be a TV person here for a little bit. So, okay, we have got the Brandywine long swim happening here in just a couple of minutes, then the fishing competition at around 3:30, and they're going to be, it was going to be at the Marish, but now it's going to be somewhere else here, so we'll just kind of see how that rolls when comes time. We will be doing a few giveaways over on Twitch. Sorry, Facebook. Sorry, YouTube. Facebook does not permit these kind of like Locher Point giveaways just through the chat room there. It's actually against their terms of service here. And YouTube doesn't really have a good way to give that stuff away. So we'll be doing a couple of hundred Locher Point drawings over on our Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/LocherStream. But we do appreciate everybody on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch being here. And look forward to another fun day. We'll be doing this through Sunday. I'm going to take a break with the chatting and just bring you the event. So have some fun, everyone. So I did want to mention, we are putting the archives of all these videos on both Twitch and YouTube. We did run into a little bit of a problem over on the YouTube side of things, where one of the musicians accidentally played "Stairway to Heaven," which is a particularly sensitive topic apparently on YouTube, and the video got flagged, so I had to remove it. So the day's archive of yesterday is probably better on Twitch than it is on YouTube, because we ran into a bit of an issue with a very well-known Led Zeppelin song that someone had played during one of the incidental music pieces here. I guess we need to add a no stairway sign to the pre-festival stage. Oh, okay. I want to welcome another guest here. Agent Brigman is here. How you doing?
Hey, Cord. I'm doing great.
Great. Thank you very much for being here. Now, you are normally streaming at this time on Lotra Stream, so we are taking over your channel, your show here today for the Harnkegger Games. Let's, though, introduce you to folks who maybe are not familiar with your stream, who are tuning in just for the event and might be interested. So tell me a little bit about your show.
Well, thank you so much for that very kind introduction. As many people who watch Lotra Stream know, I am an English teacher at the Maine School of Science and Mathematics. So most of my streams involve me talking about school and Lord of the Rings online as it pertains to the schoolwork we're doing with Lotra in the classroom. In fact, you guys were very kind to retweet a video we posted this morning where we were talking about the importance of Lotra as a storytelling medium. So I would say I'm a bit of a brainier streamer, and that stream is usually from about 1 or 2 p.m. till whenever I finish on Wednesdays. I used to try and go to 5, but our community is awesome, so I sometimes go until about 6, 7, or 8 actually.
Sure.
Every Wednesday.
Awesome. All right, and now you don't actually have a character on Laurelin, correct?
I do. I'm this very strange-looking gray-haired man with a feathered hat on.
Okay.
You can't. I'm sort of off to the side, so you're in the center. You know, the edge of the Brandywine Bridge, which is closest to Stock. You'll see a low-level geared newbie that I created last night.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is a really fun and interesting event. These Harnkegger games. I besides just making for good watching, it's also just a really creative event that Durance Folk and some other kinships have just put together here. I mean, this is year 7 for it, and every year it's so well organized and it just works. It's really, really nice. So
I was super impressed by the scoreboard. I didn't realize how they were keeping score, and when I saw the score, I was like, oh, it's divided by races. So race of elf is in the lead, and then you read it at the beginning of the show. But
yeah.
I mean, I think that's a really interesting way to group the participants.
They do have individual awards as well, with individual records and all that for each event, but it's just kind of a way to tie the whole week's event together into some kind of thing. So it's cool. Yeah.
It's cool, and I have to admit, it is my very first one.
Oh, nice.
I lurked last year on stream. I've never actually been here in person, and I have to say there's something really special about seeing all these people right now lined up on the bridge.
Nice. All right, so this is basically, let me see if I can call up the rules here. I think the rules are being said as we speak, but let me just kind of get into some of the specifics for those who might be curious.
Oh, and I'm seeing something in World Chat about competitors are not allowed to be anonymous. So the officials are able to inspect their character, any wearables, armor, clothing, or jewelry, etc., for undetected buffs.
Yeah, that's right, because they need to be able to target you to make sure that there are no buffs and things like that. So, and all the kind of judges in that are wearing these Harnkegger outfits that we talked a little bit about yesterday, I believe, with someone from Durance Folk. These kind of funky red things. So it's pretty cool.
Those are cute. I don't know what cosmetic that is, but I kind of love it. I know that I'm pretty sure I know what the hat is, but the jacket and the pants are awesome.
Yeah, I don't. They were hesitant to want to say it because they didn't want copycats, right? But I'm curious too what it is that they're using there. I mean, it must be plentiful enough that they can outfit them all with it. So.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. So, given sort of your knowledge of Middle Earth and that, what do you know about sort of the games that were played among the real quote, peoples in the lore of Middle Earth?
Oh, this is such an interesting question. The only thing I know very much about is going to be drinking games, which would take place at one of the public houses in the Shire, or riddles, which we see a lot in The Hobbit and then are alluded to a lot in the Lord of the Rings series. But we did actually have, so Mr. Mike McCartney, who's in the video that we tweeted this morning, he is a medievalist, and he told us a lot about Anglo-Saxon riddles recently. So I know that a lot of those games have Anglo-Saxon roots. They have medieval roots because Tolkien was clearly a medievalist as well. But I don't know anything about, like, was racing a particular thing that they did? Was fishing were fishing contests something they did? It's not something I'm super familiar with. So it may be that this is something the community is appropriating and making their own. In which case, I'm all for that.
I mean, there is the one kind of famous reference to golf, you know, and how golf came about.
Oh, yeah.
So we know they
absolutely.
had golf, but, you know, the rest I'm not so sure on. One would assume they had, you know, tavern games like dice games and probably some form of card game or something like that.
Oh yeah, I do. I love that. I can't believe I forgot the reference to golf. Because I think I always laugh when I read that line because if I remember correctly, that is from The Hobbit, and that's more Tolkien saying a joke to his children to amuse him than I think actually taking it seriously. But maybe someone could come in here and dispute me and be like, "No, golf was a really important part of the lore. How dare you, golf?"
Nice.
So, Cord, what are the sort of protocols here? Like, when do you know? Like, do they count down? And as soon as they jump off, like, what is the objective that we're looking for?
Yeah,
Are they trying to get to the bridge?
Yeah, so that's exactly right. They're going to the Buckleberry Ferry on the Shire side. They're swimming south, no buffs of any kind. They need to touch the edge of the pier, and that's the signal that they've won. The first swimmer to actually touch it with their hand or head on the edge of the pier wins. You can take whatever path you want, but you do need to remain within the riverbank. If you run up onto the bank or something like that, you're disqualified. Again, as I said, no buffs. You can't be anonymous. They do need to be able to inspect your character. You're not allowed to jump at any time other than jumping off this bridge right now. So you can't jump in the water at all, which I imagine some people might do just kind of by force of habit in some ways here.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you said that because I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but I didn't know that jumping in the water made it faster until maybe the last year. So I definitely did Evandem without a single jump in the water on my main character.
Oh, nice.
I feel like there should be a hidden deed or title for that.
Nice. And so they're doing the countdown now of 3, and I'm invisible on my character. I'm going to do my best to try to stay with the crowd here. I've given myself a bit of a cheaty run speed boost, so I should be faster than them, I believe. But we shall see how this goes. 1.
Okay,
and they are off.
Oh, and no one, I didn't see, last year I watched this, and there was someone who prematurely jumped out of excitement.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't see that this time, so unless one of the organizers caught someone, I didn't see someone jump.
All right. Yeah, cool. Looks like my camera's going to work real good for this. Now I'm on my actual character rather than a detached camera, because I've kind of hinted at this before, but the thing is the game renders based on your character, right? So like if you change instances in that, then it'll render for your character. But if my character is back on the bridge and they're all the way over on the other side or something like that, it actually can not render. Like the people will literally disappear and all that sort of thing. So I can detach the camera to some extent, but there are limits that I have to deal with here. Now we have someone clearly in the lead here. This is McCarran Willowmere. Assuming that it's a there's nothing going on in terms of buffs or issues there, that person is clearly ahead of the rest of the pack. So
they're definitely
sure.
separated from the pack too. I wonder if that's a sign that they're involved with the organizers, or if they're actually just like they're the Olympian of Middle Earth.
It could be. Most of the violations are not intentional. They're unintentional, and that's what we found over the years. No one deliberately cheats or anything like that. But I wonder if maybe McCarran may have an accidental item equipped or something like that, because that is way ahead of the crowd there.
Someone in World Chat is saying to check his armor, but I'm going to leave that. Obviously, we are leaving that up to the organizers.
Yep.
Now, is there a plugin as well for who gets to the bank first?
I think they just do a screenshot. They have multiple judges here kind of checking for the touch there. You do have to touch, the edge of it. Oh.
This is quite something, I have to say.
So I see a mass. That's why I'm not a judge. I'm going to leave it up to them.
Oh, we definitely had someone get to the bridge. Yeah, someone definitely got to the bridge. So I'll be curious to see what the results are.
Yep. Now, that one person ended up running up on that rock, which is a bit of a tricky thing, but you are not allowed to do that. Because, putting yourself on the rock actually runs you up off the water. So that is actually a disqualification, if I recall past years.
Ooh, something I would have done that. I would have been the person who ran on the rock.
Yeah. They're now discussing they have a Discord channel this year. I think this might be the second year they've had a Discord channel. But it really helps them a lot to keep everyone organized, and they can discuss things that they need to. There. They have both voice and text.
I'm impressed by the Discord server because I was checking it a couple of hours ago, and that's how I learned that we had the dried up pond. So I think that's a really wonderful space.
I didn't know that was the case until today when the Harnkegger folks were like, what happened to our pond? And I was like, I don't know.
It was incredibly cute. I believe the Discord is open to people who are interested in the event, and it's very cute to see like the interaction between players who are like, I'll see you at the pond. Awesome. Wait, what's happened? There's no water here. Here's a screenshot to prove that I'm not crazy. Now there's no water. What's happening? What is going on? And then I loved your comment about Saren's effect, global warming effects on Middle Earth or whatever it was. We'll make it lore appropriate. That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's part of the story.
The non-lore appropriate is, we've been doing a bunch of kind of cleanup work on some of the older areas, and my guess is it was unintentional. They just didn't realize people would like to fish there. And so they probably just put in a bunch of fields and flowers thinking, that way they don't have to swim through it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a very considerate way to see it. It's like, of all the ponds in Middle Earth, this is the one you want to fish in. But yeah, it's a very cute little story. I appreciate it. I also love the before and after pictures, so it's like now part of the event this year.
Yeah. I did let the team know. I was like, the popular fishing place is now gone. I don't know that we're going to do anything about it, but we'll see. Maybe there's something we can do. Definitely couldn't be done in time for update 23 here, which we're really on the cusp of doing. We have a bull roarer going right now on update 23, and that's probably going to be our last bull roarer, so we could be live as soon as next week here. Stay tuned, and hopefully I didn't jinx it by saying that right now. But
ooh, as live, I'm just gonna hope that I keep saying 2 weeks every time you say bull roarer, so I don't say next week. I say 2 weeks because then you don't get super excited and then something doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly right. Surest way I can jinx something is say, oh yeah, that's totally gonna happen. We're committed, and then people are like, no.
And I was, I don't know if I was bragging, but I was telling a colleague today that I'm one of the people who does not go on the bull roarer site. I appreciate the people who go there and check it out and test things for the team and report back. But I really want that first time in the new area to be immersive and exciting for the first time. So, and I often do it on stream. So, I have not seen anything about the 23rd update except for the beautiful image you guys posted on Facebook with the panoramic. That delighted me to no end. I was showing it to my students, and they were really excited about it. I believe one said "What?" W-A-T, all capital letters. They were quite excited.
Nice.
Oh, Druid, thank you for clarifying. The Discord is actually just for the judges and people who are... I didn't realize that. So I'm going to take back what I said earlier, that the Discord is, if you are interested in the event, you can join that about Harnkegger, but it looks like that is not the case. I misspoke because I'm involved with the stream here today.
Yep.
It was nice of all the hunters to put down these fire pits for us, by the way.
Yeah.
Keep our swimmers nice and warm.
Although it seems like a pretty warm day outside. It seems pretty sunny around here today, so...
Oh, it's always sunny in the Shire.
Yes.
Until we get to the end of the last book.
Sure. It looks like I'm seeing in the Discord chat, it looks like that one elf that was far ahead of the pack was accidentally having some kind of buff or something, so was indeed disqualified.
Very good. Okay, so that
Yep.
clarifies some of our questions. He had a big breakfast. We'll just say it's that.
Yeah, for sure. I was mentioning yesterday, we accidentally got one of our videos flagged because someone played Stairway to Heaven.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And you are very good about making sure we don't play things on the channel we're not supposed to, so...
Yeah. It's an unfortunate reality. You know, the Lotro's music community likes to do covers of songs and stuff, and, you know, no one's getting rich off it or anything, but YouTube's algorithm doesn't really understand, so...
Yeah, because I believe that it probably does fall under a cultural appropriation law or a music appropriation or an art appropriation law. I'm sure there's probably someone in chat who knows the nitty-gritty, but of course a bot or an algorithm, like you said, isn't going to catch that.
Yeah.
But you did remind me, Cord, because we have such a rich musical community, have I told you that our music students at MSSM are currently learning the songs to both the Lord of the Rings soundtrack and the game, some of the songs from the game.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, I need to message you more details, but we're going to do a musical event in December for the MSSM band, and they're going to be performing some of those songs on stream for us.
Have you by any chance been in contact with Darth Celtics to see if there's any sheet music available?
No, I need to. I know that name, but I should have thought about it. Perhaps you can give it to me after the stream, and I will message them directly. Because the sheet music is, I think, what's holding the music teacher back. He's very proficient and can figure out the movements and stuff by himself. But it would definitely help the kids if we had something ready to go.
Yeah, I don't really know how much of that is just sort of done using, say, software tools, and how much of that is handwritten. So I'm not actually sure that we have it, but it's certainly something we should ask. So.
Absolutely. You should invite Chance Thomas if you're doing any of this stuff too. Oh, Druid's Fire. I wonder if you would come up here. We're in Limestone, Maine, which is, you can see Canada from my classroom.
Nice.
So I'm not sure that's the kind of, although we are also in the middle of a potato field, which someone was joking this morning that makes it an actual shire. And yeah, we had a lot of fun this morning with the kids at the beginning of class talking about how much would it cost to build a hobbit hole, put it in the middle of this potato field, and then say it's the Shire and create a tourist attraction to raise money for the county.
Oh, that's a cool idea. I just read on the internet that someone actually did build a hobbit home and is selling it for about $750,000. I can't remember where that is though. It's definitely not in Maine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say we have a company in southern Maine that manufactures hobbit holes.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But sadly, they're mostly for children because, small people, hobbits, but they're not really for adults. We estimate that it would probably be about $1 million to build something like that on campus. So.
Yeah, you would assume that it's not the least expensive thing. A lot of engineering work involved, I would imagine.
But it's such a simple concept. Dig a hole, put up some windows, some curtains. It's a hole, hobbit hole. Right? That's all you need.
Yeah, I think. Uh-huh.
Thank you for believing in me. I'm glad I'm not in charge of these kinds of things.
Yeah, no doubt. I grew up in Minnesota, so when I was a kid up to preteen years, we'd get enough snow, in Minnesota that it would go up against the snow fence, and it was above our heads and that, so my brother and I would actually dig tunnels into the snowbank and that, make our own little hobbit holes. You could pack the sides down enough that you could actually even get some heat going on the inside and it wouldn't collapse on you. So
my sister and I did something similar.
Yeah.
But actually, I think, I'm looking in chat, do we have possible winners in Discord? I'm seeing some stuff being put up.
I am waiting for them to announce the results, but yep, it looks like that should be happening anytime here soon, because we do have that. The winners have been decided internally here among the judges.
Ooh, I can see the general voice chat. There are many judges, and to be part of that conversation must be very interesting.
Brinley over in our Twitch chat does raise a good point that if you are into Lotro RPing and such, there is a Discord server for Laurelin players and RPers if anyone is interested. I am actually a member of that Discord. I don't know if I can... If they have a public link or not. I don't want to out them if they don't have it available, but somewhere in there is actually a Laurelin Discord here. I'm sure we can get a... Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, it looks like there are quite a few people interested in it. So, yeah, that would be great for another part of the community to join. I'm sure many of the people at today's event are also on that server. Now, Cord, do you have a character on this server?
No, just my admin character here.
So no role playing for you. And you're so good on Court of the Rings with your little role playing. There are moments where, like, I have to say, for anyone who hasn't watched it, the Bilbo Baggins birthday reading from last Friday was amazing. Just amazing.
Nice.
Thank you, Druids, for permitting that person so they could post the literature stream link.
Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, I dropped it in as well. Yep.
Aw, you got to it right before Druid.
Yep.
I can see her shaking her fist in front of her computer.
I am causing people to get in trouble with the chat bot. I'm an enabler. That's what I am. So, if you can say, what is it that your students are working on right now?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Well, we are about 8/10 of the way through The Hobbit. We just got to Smaug's doorstep, which is chapter 11, and we are also reading Corey Olsen's book, exploring J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit in parallel. So every night they read a chapter from The Hobbit, and then they read a chapter from Corey Olsen's book. And as many people know who go to my channel, just a little plug for what we're doing in the classroom. Whenever you gift a donation or sub, or gift a sub, we end up getting that money, and so that money helped us to buy Corey Olsen's book. Oh, look, there's a winner!
Yeah, I'm sorry, I accidentally missed the winner because I had my camera panned behind the guy. Oh. He wasn't in the group, he was behind on the bridge. So I missed our third place winner.
Ceremony.
I know, I apologize, folks. I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, our third place winner is Thorslin. Thorslin is the bronze winner, and then Heartsong is the silver, and we're just now getting ready to announce the gold. The winner of the... Oh, no, reverse. So, Demniril is the third place, then Heartsong is silver, and Thorslin is the gold. So.
I just applauded. Of course it's a bare-chested dwarf. Congratulations, bare-chested dwarf!
Well, they have extra buoyancy, right? So...
Yes. Yeah. It's their manliness. And their beard. It's a natural balloon. That is just so great! Oh, I feel like he deserves it.
Yeah. nice.
This is quite adorable. Now, do we know what they get when they win?
Yeah, they get generally gold, sturdy steel keys, and the winner here gets 500 Lotra points as well. And if they break a record, they get an additional group of Lotra points and prizes as well.
That is excellent.
Yep. It's actually a pretty large amount. Let me see if I can look up here what the actual... Yeah, so the gold medal winner gets 100 gold, 500 Lotra points, and a sturdy steel key. The silver gets 25 gold and a sturdy steel key. And then a bronze winner gets 10 gold and a sturdy steel key. So.
Excellent. And it's good that they're getting the key. I wonder what they're going to have to do next year with the key system going away.
Well, it'll just be the one key. It'll be the black steel key, presumably.
Oh, right. I'm sorry to admit that I had to have quite a few people explain the new system to me many times after even reading the notes from the game. I was like, what's happening to the keys? Where are they going? Why are there keys but no keys? But I think ultimately it's difficult to understand because it's becoming so much simpler than what we have had.
Yeah, we're really just kind of separating it out from the whole in-game equation here. So.
Very nice. Oh man, this is a beautiful... I hope people are screenshotting this. Actually, I should be screenshotting this. What am I doing? So much beauty right here with dwarves.
I am screenshotting this as well for Twitch and YouTube purposes. I got a great one yesterday of a dwarf raising his sword in victory. It was excellent.
Ooh, have you tweeted? You should tweet this picture. You should definitely tweet this picture.